Let me try that again. Hi, Libra. Come on in. Is it me? Or is it like this isn't wanting to do what it's supposed to do? This is the second time this week. I was doing somebody's reading and I could not get this prayer bowl to sing. We're going to try this again. Can you hear it? All right. Well, I got something for that. We're going to use some Palo Santo and get rid of these energies. Somebody doesn't want these messages from coming through, so we're going to get rid of them and get them out there anyway. Hi, Libra. Welcome to the show. If you have Libra in your chart anywhere, there should be a message in here somewhere. Come on in. Yeah, spirit guides, universe, angels, ancestors, friends who may have passed over, and the higher galactic beings that are overseeing this act of divination, and the ascended masters. Please come in today, help guide and give us messages for people's best and highest good in a way that we can all understand. Please and thank you. Some Palo Santo for you. We're going to get these messages out regardless. You might be dealing with some wicked energies, Libra, because that is a clear sign. We're going to find out what's going on here. Let's play some tarot. Right? Let's play some tarot and figure this out. Why do these messages not want to come out? Spying. Clearly, somebody's watching. Spirit. There's like a lower vibrational spirit around you spying or something. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit. Just don't force it. Very peculiar beginning for reading, Libra. For me as a reader, anyway. Alright. Somebody's watching, somebody's spying, somebody's nosy. Gifts. Something about gifts. Your gifts? Your spiritual gifts? Or are there gifts, like literally, small gifts given and received? Somebody's watching, somebody's gifts. Okay. Overwhelmed. Hi, everybody. I'm not doing personal readings. If you would like a personal, you can contact me in my email in the description box below. This is a very general reading for Libras. Overwhelmed. Gifts. Somebody's overwhelmed. I'm feeling like the Eight of Swords vibe with the overwhelmed card. I take the one on the bottom when I get yeah, spell work. I knew it was in the air. We had that peculiar beginning of the video that messages didn't, there was something there that didn't want me, oops, I gotta keep that, to call in and clear certain energies, right? We just witnessed that. That was weird. Spell work is in the air. Somebody's spying, Libra. Somebody's watching. Be vigilant, you don't know who's outside your windows. I don't know. That came through for somebody. Germany. Somebody could be German. Gifts. Here's a Band-Aid. Somebody's overwhelmed. Too bad, so sad. Take your medicine. Here's a Band-Aid. Get over it. Or maybe it's not that big of a deal after all. Not sure. Maybe you don't care that much. I don't know how that's going to be yet. We're going to see. It's a funny message, but okay. Look, overwhelmed again. I didn't even know I had this twice in this deck. All right. Spell work, overwhelmed. I feel dirty deeds have been afoot. Something devious. You know, I had to burn Palo Santo, for God's sakes, just to start the reading. The truth. Germany gets right over this. This is the truth. Here's the truth. Spell work could be hurtful if people are overwhelmed so bad, right? Like, wow, kind of thing. Journey. It's not a cliche after all. It is a journey. Things that, you know, we accomplish and do through life, and you know, I feel like a spiritual journey of it all through this spell work, you know, is quite the something going on, because people are spying and wanting to know, and they're nosy. Somebody could be from Germany or live in Germany, right? Somebody has gifts, speaking their truth from Germany. That's enough. That I can get that out of that too. Compassionate detachment and consciousness neutrality. I just got this for Pisces in my last reading. Compassion, like you care about this person, but you're not going to take on their energies because it's not so good, right? But you care. You're going to, and then the consciousness neutrality, you're staying neutral. It's almost like taking it in, watching it because you care, but you're not taking on the negative energies. You're being neutral like a sponge, you know, like taking it in or something like that. Okay. Overwhelmed, spell work, and spying. And I clearly had darker energies that did not want me to get this message out for whatever reason in the very beginning of this reading. It was really weird to me. Show me. I need a couple more, please. Somebody here is very wise. You could be very wise. Wise for your age, or someone is a smart cookie for their age. I don't know. Are we talking somebody young? Antique. Something's getting old. Some people might like to antique. I love antiquing. Yeah. Yeah, something's getting old though. And getting old, usually an antique car or what, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it's over 20 years. And then it's considered an antique. So maybe something's been going on for more than 20 years, or either way, it's getting old. The truth is here. Somebody has gifts from Germany or something. Show me what I need to see. What about this journey? Here's a Band-Aid. Somebody needs a Band-Aid. They have a cut. They have a boo-boo. Somebody has a boo-boo. Whoa. Hold on, I gotta get that. Oh, humiliation. Rituals. Overwhelmed. Here's a Band-Aid. Somebody wants somebody humiliated or embarrassed, or they keep gaslighting or scapegoating somebody maybe to, you know, demean them or what, however that is. Look at Hollywood. It's in your face now. They do rituals right on TV, right in concerts. If you go to the concert and they're doing a ritual and you don't know about it, you're participating in it. That's what's so unfair to me because, all these souls that go to a concert, may not have appreciated being part of something that they weren't told about that's very real. And this is real in the world right now. I mean, here we are, right? But somebody embarrasses people, or they have many times, or it's what they do. I don't know. But anywho, that's where we're starting. Weird. Spell work. Black magic. Overwhelmed. I'm feeling black magic now that I have this humiliation, because it's a form. We'll see how serious it is when the message gets deeper, but it's a form. Wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, or nostalgia. We've been here before. I feel like some of you have seen something before. Is it something in someone? Is it a trait, or like a trait? I don't know. Maybe like a habit or something. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I got real confused there. See, I still feel like something doesn't want me to get these out. That's very strange. We did have an eclipse just a few days ago as I filmed this. So things are very ominous right now, or could be. My house is cleared, and we're going to keep it that way. Right? Some of you may need to Palo Santo your place. It's more than just saging it, right? It's a stronger, for a darker vibe. Okay, that's it. Spirit wants somebody out there to go get some Palo Santo and sage, or smudge. Do your, like I am. You can do your car, the whole thing. All right, anywho, back to the reading. Masculine energy, authority, discipline, or father figure. Spell work here. Wishful thinking. Somebody's spying. Established, settled, secure, and wealthy. Overwhelmed. Right next to this. Somebody's overwhelmed. Salty, bitter, angry, petty. Compassionate detachment. And consciousness neutrality over the salty, bitter, petty energy. I'm feeling hostile and spite. Right? You care about this person, but you're not going to take on their energies. You're watching something play out. That's what I picked up on. Okay, we've been here before. You're going to watch something play out that you've seen before. Okay. Paranoid, cautious, insecure, or guarded. Somebody is paranoid. I feel like somebody has cameras. It's a little much. Possibly. Like, what are you so paranoid about? That's part of the dark energy. Somebody has gifts here. Germany, truth. Something's getting old. Okay. Somebody needs to Palo Santo, sweetgrass, or cedar their house, their apartment, their pad, their car, possible workspace. Wow, depends. Maybe all of it. Somebody, I don't know, maybe somebody's embarrassed on a regular basis here for some weird reason. They're overwhelmed by this manipulation. Archangel Michael's here protecting somebody, preventing someone from harm. It's about divine intervention. Something's divinely timed here. Something about Germany and spell work, masculine energy, and paranoid. I feel like it's the Wheel of Fortune like vibe here, almost like something's divinely timed. If it has, like, something big may happen, or it's about change, it's about karma. I'm feeling the Wheel of Fortune. So, maybe surprise, things are, changing off course for a reason we don't see, we don't know, but the divine has there's your plan, and then there's the divine plan. right? Kind of thing. Wow, I don't know who that's for. That was pretty deep for somebody. Love affair, sex fix, dirty little secret, down low. Something's getting old. Antique, established. Somebody wants to keep something a secret, or they're just not talking about it. I'm not sure how that's going to be. Truth is right here next to it. I have family, blood ties, inner circle. This could be your soul family, your biological family, your friends, you know. But something's getting old with humiliation rituals. Okay. That's where we're starting. We'll get a little more, please. Libra. Vicious circle. Yep, we've been here before. Deja vu. See? Patterns of relationship issues, bad habits, no one's situation. We've been here before. All right, something about that. Here's a Band-Aid. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed again, times 2. I was going to say conquest. Somebody on a conquest out there? I don't know, but it's not even in this card. Gold digger. In it for what they can get, money hungry or self-serving. Somebody's established. Somebody's doing black magic or what, or living in the dark. Somebody's very paranoid about something. I don't like it. Something's divinely timed. Somebody's very bitter, salty, stuck. All they care about is themselves and money, 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 money. Secret past, skeletons in the closet, not telling the whole story. Same thing as lying. Somebody could be lying or you know, there's truth here and skeletons here. Obviously, skeletons in the dark in the closet, right? Getting itchy. Controlling, needs to be right all the time. Possessive, possibly jealous lover. Insecurity, young. Humiliation, ritual. Somebody's very controlling. Teasing on the bottom. Somebody provoking you. Are you provoking them? I don't know how that's going to be. That's where we're starting. Oh no, I wanted to do a couple more of these. Sorry. We'll do that again. Show me. My windows are open, so if you hear stuff in the background, I like to think of it as white noise. If it gets too much, I'll shut my window. Roving eyes, keeping possibilities open, obvious flirt, and being disrespectful. Well, we have love affair over here with dirty little secret down low, or keeping things on the down low. Somebody, when you check out someone in front of your partner, your life partner, that is completely disrespectful. I don't care what excuse people, it's just not cool. Have some class. Is that what we're talking about here? Show off. Established. Needs to prove themselves. Insecure, possible exhibitionist. Somebody in their ego, they like to boast and brag or something, or somebody is. This is a very strange reading. This could be very specific, so it might not be for everybody this week. And that's okay, I guess. Distant, so far away, physically and emotionally. See if you can rekindle the passion again. Somebody's been distant, they are distant, they're being distant. We're going to try and work on that, I guess. I don't know. Somebody's controlling some sort of humiliation ritual. They don't want to be embarrassed. They're trying to keep something on the down low. All right. So I don't know. I have a lot of weird energies in this reading. Right from the get-go. Right? Two-faced. Playing with your emotions is insincere. Damn straight it is. Not who you think they are. Somebody isn't who you think. Humiliation rituals. Germany. Gifts. Antique getting old. It's a journey. All right, something's up in the air, not able to make a solid plan. Could be very flighty, ungrounded. All right, all over the place. Can't sit still. Can't somebody needs to focus and be present and ground themselves. They're all over the place. They could be very reckless energies, possibly. All right, that's where we're starting from. Let's play tarot. I don't know which way I did this. I'll do it again. Show me what I need to see for Libra. I hope everyone is doing well out there. I took a week off last time, so it's good to be back. I found myself being very bored, but I needed that break. I never took a break since I started my channel, you know. The Tower reversed. Somebody's refused. They don't want to deal with the Tower. They're avoiding the Tower. Somebody is disrespect. They're just checking other people out, or they're doing something right in front of their life partner here, being disrespectful, and they really don't want to, have to go through the crumbling of the Tower here, kind of thing. What a weird beginning. I don't like this. People can be so rude. Get a grip, guys. And if it's a female, get a grip. It's usually the guys in my experience, but it doesn't matter. Stop talking to this person. Somebody's mad. There's a lot of black magic going on. Somebody's completely overwhelmed with things going on. And somebody's a big, fat show-off bragger. They're showing off their this and that, spell work. I don't know. What are we doing here, Spirit? Nine of Wands, distance. Somebody's a battled warrior here. You can rekindle the passion again, or that's what it's about in the next week or 2 or 3 or whenever this happens. I don't know. Maybe it's already happened. You've already been through this. And, it all depends on your timelines. Oh, yeah, things have stopped. We're not communicating with this person or whatever. Somebody's being very two-faced. They're lying. I'm not sure if this is a big lie or if it's a small lie, but regardless of the situation, it's a lie. Maybe you don't want this opportunity. Maybe they don't. Somebody's very ungrounded. They can't make a decision. They can't be present and focus. Maybe they have ADD, ADHD. They're very, I'm feeling like all over the place. 2 of Cups, you care about this person. This is a union or a reunion, right? We don't want this, this bigness, right? This could be a father figure or some authority figure here involved with this spell work. Somebody that's established. I'm not sure how that's going to be. And people are very hostile, bitter, spiteful here as well, whoever that person is. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune down. Yeah, this isn't good. This is like bad karma. You love this person. You don't want to deal with that. I feel like a lot of you have already been down this road. It's like deja vu. You've been here before. Something about that. They're not changing or not. They haven't. Somebody could be having it very hard out there. There's a lot of spell work going on in the air. People don't realize that their words and actions is spells as well. It's not just witches with the pointy hat around a fire and a cauldron back in the day with pointy hats. I mean, come on, people, get up to 2026. It's reality. Words are fucking spells. How we treat people, how we ruin their lives or not, right? Six of Wands. This is about a celebration. Somebody's being a show off. Some sort of celebration. The Devil. Two of Swords. I couldn't get it out. Devil is dead center in the reading, by the way. Yeah, the spell work, spying, people watching. This is like being bound to this energy. Somebody's bound to it. They're stuck. This energy is definitely stuck. This is obsessions, lust. You know, some people might be cheating on somebody. I don't know. I don't think it's for everybody here, obviously, but there is a dirty little secret here somehow, some way. So it is going to depend on your scenario and where you are in the story, right? Yeah, choices and decisions, these two-faced MFs. Things have come to a stop. I don't like it. They're just being disrespectful. They're not cool. We got the Queen of Cups down. We got the Eight of Swords. Here's the Two of Swords. Do the best you can with your decision making, right? These two-faced spies, these backstabbers, whatever that means to you, there's no communication here. Somebody doesn't like somebody showing off and bragging. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting bragging. Nobody likes a bragger. Right? Okay. And whatever. Queen of Cups down. Somebody's blocked. They don't want this opportunity. Right? They could be, you know, kind of against this sweetheart or nice guy. They can be kind of keeping their distance from that, right? We got distant here. All right. Yeah, trapped. Not sure what to do. This is about, you know, some bad karma going on here for somebody. Hopefully it's the devil, because they're the ones that put it out, right? It's got to be the devil that's getting the bad karma. I'm not sure here. I'm getting a lot of weird mixed messages. In fact, before I go any further, hold on. We're going to take care of those mixed messages, right? Five of Pentacles down. Show off. Some people might be in a little regret of something, or a little embarrassed. Oh, humiliation rituals. Somebody may want somebody embarrassed, or I'm not sure how that is. But this is about being ostracized and left out, and maybe, excuse me, like scapegoated or something, but it's reversed. So the devil's looking, I don't like that devil card right in the middle. This one is a little sneaky looking devil, very like cunning. Somebody's tired of that energy, keeping their distance from it. Yeah. The Hermit. Keeping to yourself, spending some solitude time, keeping your distance from this energy. That's what I see in the next couple of weeks. Somebody's going to be, you know, you might find yourself on your own for a little bit, which, hey, it's never a bad thing to be on your own. People that can't sit still need to be on their own more, but you'll notice, like, in general, people that have ADD and ADHD and whatever, they will never be alone. They'll always be too busy. See, and that's the point. We need to stop, focus, and be present, right? Some people are doing a lot of soul searching right now and shadow work. These are the times. But I do feel like somebody's controlling something in this situation. And people are being overwhelmed in this family, possibly, or this circle. Yeah, somebody's scared, timid, or something. Here, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. This two-faced person that, we stopped communicating with, or what. Something could be change plans, or um, stopped, not sure. Somebody's trying to control a narrative. That's usually the devil's work right there. Six of Cups. It's about, memories. It's about nostalgia, friends, the past, the roots. Remember when we were kids and we used to have puppet shows? Yeah. I remember making a sock into a puppet. We used to sew it in brownies. Oh my God. Now I'm showing my age here. That was a long time ago. Three of Wands down. Yeah, there's no like harvest here. We're not seeing it happen, whatever that means. Or I don't know yet. We're gonna find out what that is for you. Maybe you're not seeing the harvest out of it. We'll find out. We're gonna get more. What do you got for Libra? The Devil reversed. Ding, 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 ding. This is breaking habits and chains and addictions and obsessions and whatever. These roving eyes, the disrespect of it all. Nine of Wands reversed is being clear, or Eight of Wands reversed is being clarified and validated by the Nine of Wands. Ding, 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 which happens to be right next to it. Second one, right? This is like somebody's tired of this shit. Somebody's a show off. Somebody's tired of it. It's a little much. Somebody's in their ego. Three of Pentacles down. There's no collaboration here. Somebody's keeping their distance. Or on the other hand, it could possibly be like not such good advice, We're looking for sage advice, if anything. Right? But I don't feel like this is a collaboration that, people are keeping their distance. Somebody's paranoid, and somebody could be German. Show me. Ace of Cups. Yep, fill your own cup, Libra. Somebody's being two-faced to you. The hope, fear, challenge, and homework is love. Love is still here, if that's your question. There's a lot of lies and stuff going on, but it's here. I do think this has to do with making yourself happy somehow. The Death card reversed. Somebody's refusing the change. Something's been over for a long time, or transformative energies or what. But they're refusing the change. It's not over. It's not the end of the world. We need to get somebody out there out of that paranoid feeling, right? I feel like they're being a pessimist, not an optimist, and we need to get that, whoever that Libra is, to not be so afraid, right? Work on your root chakra, your root chakra meditations. You can listen to these things while you sleep. If your earbuds fall out while you're sleeping, so what? It still works. It still helps. It's a different effect than being awake, but it's still the frequencies that we need to hear. 432, frequency or something like that. I just heard for somebody if they're looking. Okay. That's the frequency you want to tune in on. Something like that. King of Wands, Six of Wands. There is a victory here all day long. I like it. But this is a community or a lot of energy. There's a, this could be the family. Whoops. I don't think I should take any of them. It's just a mess. I can't even make sense of it. But I feel like it is about a victory or a celebration, but people that are showing off, I just feel like people are like backing off. I think it's a bit much, whatever that is. So if it's you, be mindful if this hasn't happened or what, you know what I mean? Be mindful of, coming off a little too happy and proud. Somebody just needs to be a little humbled. Nothing, I don't feel anything big, but on the other hand, this devil energy, I don't like it. The magician down with the devil energy. It's black fucking magic. Somebody is stuck, spell work. This is like not good. On the other hand, for somebody I just feel like they just need to take control of their own life. And this person isn't. They're not doing that work. They're paranoid. They're in the dark. This person's dark. Very unhealed, imbalanced, and reckless. Again, I can say easily like ADHD or ADD. They need to slow down and to focus. On the other hand, I do just feel like they're just, yeah, they're reckless. They're reckless. You love this person. Ding, 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 ding. This is the second Lover's card. But we had Two of Cups. Close enough. This could be your partner in crime. You love this person. Something's up in the air. Very undecided about something. Just do the best you can, right? It's all about truth. Somebody needs to hear it. The Tower reversed again. Ding, 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 ding. 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, that's what this reading's about. This is I feel like this is for like a certain someone. The Tower down. They don't want they're trying to keep it quiet and not tell people, but I feel, inside they might be feeling a little overwhelmed. They're not sure what to do. Somebody could be on their own here and doing well. The 9 of Pentacles. But I feel like, maybe they're not comfortable with something in their life, possibly, and they're like masking that feeling with monetary things, with money, and because they have one, they're like established or something. Superficiality. Don't be superficial, people. It's a trap. It's a big fat trap. Get out of that material gain idea of life. I know it's hard because everything in this world is based around money, but it's a spell. It really is. I know it sounds fucked up, but it's the truth. Cruelty, brutality, distance. People they don't want to deal with it. I don't think they're interested. Four of Pentacles, strength down. Yeah, holding on. Somebody here could be very greedy with the superficiality. I hate to say it. And again, I don't feel like it's all of you because this is like I feel like it's a personal reading and it's not, But anywho. Oops. All right, we got 2. 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. Page of Cups, listening to your intuition. Somebody's very intuitive here. This could be like looking for guidance as well. Like look at him. He's like looking, he's listening. Or she, listening for the messages. Now I feel like it's crickets. Somebody's not getting back to you, possibly. Right? That could be. Five of Pentacles again. Ding, 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 ding. Six of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles. 6, 5, 7. In that order. Yeah. Somebody might be thinking of change of plans. It's not over. Or something. You know. Doing it a different way, maybe. Something of that kind. Whatever we're talking about. Are we talking about a second opinion? I'm not sure, because I think it was this reading where I saw not so good advice. Yeah, Three of Pentacles down. So maybe it's second. Maybe it's plan B. Are we thinking like plan B now? Something didn't work over here, plan B? I don't know here. We're going to do this again, though. We're going to get a little deeper still. Hi, everybody. I'm not doing personal readings, people. This is a general collective. I've said it umpteen times. I feel like it's a specific. I'm not doing personal readings. If you would like a personal reading, get in touch with me below. My email. When people put a message down there and then they repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, it really does nothing but piss that person off. So please don't do that. I can see your message. You don't have to, some people put it 10 times. And a lot of times I won't even recognize it. I will purposely ignore it when people do that. But I hope you are well. And I hope if you listen long enough, you'll get something out of this. That's the point. I'm doing it, right? Show me what I need to see. Show me. Two of Swords again. Ding, 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 ding. People are at a crossroads here. Breaking chains. People are really thinking. Somebody's watching. Somebody's spying. There's a lot of spell work. There's a lot of dark going on around you, Libra. Somebody's very paranoid. They're not in a good place. Queen of Wands down, the Magician down, and the Devil. Somebody's a black witch or warlock here. I don't like it. You're feeling like the battled warrior through the whole thing here, however, maybe. And somebody's being a show-off, and they just need to back off a little bit or something. I don't know. This is weird reading. It is. Two of Cups. Again, ding, ding, ding. This is like a union or a reunion here. Do you have a bestie that's keeping distance from you? Or you them? Possibly. Anyway, but this could be about a reunion or something, All right. Four of Swords reversed. The Death card reversed is clarifying the Death card reversed. Ha! Ha! There's no change, whatever that means. It's not over, Somebody's paranoid. I feel like somebody's really scared of dying. We should never be scared of dying, ever. But if you are, whoever this is that I'm talking to, get good with Jesus, man. Let it out. Be real. Somebody's very reckless, very unhealed. They will not take the time out. You love this person, but they're very busy, maybe, on the other hand. Yeah? But there's no change. They need to change. And it's being highlighted here twice. Right? There's hope here. There's like rekindling here. But are we just fighting with our significant other? And it's like a big deal right now. And it's like, this too shall pass. Maybe that's what it is. Show me what I need to see. Two of Coins down, very reckless behaviors, imbalanced. Here with the King of Wands, I feel like somebody here didn't plan on something correctly, or maybe they went a little fast, went a little quick. The Hierophant. This has to do with, I just saw established over here. I'm thinking like, how do I say? Organizations. This could be like anything from courthouses and structured, what am I trying to, traditional, um, could be the police department, courthouse, something, Hierophant, authority. I'm not sure how, but it could also, on the other hand, be marriage. There is a victory here. There is some sort. But I think it's like plan B. Page of Coins down, dead center in the reading. Somebody doesn't want this message here. They don't want to deal with this toxic environment, possibly. Somebody's keeping their distance. It's too toxic. People are overwhelmed with the spell work. Here's a Band-Aid. Okay, so here's a Band-Aid. Yeah, that makes it like, okay, there's a bump in the hurdle. Now we can get on with something. Ace of Swords, this is the truth, times 2. Ding, 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 ding. There's clarity here. Somebody's two-faced. Somebody's backstabbing somebody here. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Somebody, I don't know if that's friends or family here. We got family on the table and we have friends on the table, but somebody's being two-faced. So however that, whatever, 7 of Swords, they don't want to deal with the toxicity. Thank you, Spirit, for just validating what I just said. It's a toxic environment. Something about that. 5 of Swords down. Where are we? Over here. Ding, 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 ding. We don't want to feel left out, or we have been feeling left out, maybe, because it was very reckless and out of balance. People are recognizing someone that went a little overboard, or vice versa. Somebody does very well, but they're being very superficial. 3 of Wands, looking ahead, waiting on your abundance, waiting on your Amazon packages, right? Yeah, there's abundance here. You're looking ahead, you're waiting on your harvest. Somebody, it's a very independent energy. Somebody could be very good with money here, considering, more than enough. But I have show off here too, more than enough. So flip and flop, maybe. Somebody's stuck in the matrix and they're just all about power and structure and ego and their car and, I don't know. Who is this person? It doesn't usually come out in Libra's reading like this. So, Ace of Cups again. Ding, 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 ding. Making yourself happy. There is love here, but somebody's feeling left out. Someone else, on the other hand, or whoever, doesn't want to do their shadow work, but they're left alone a lot. They're I feel like somebody really just wants attention and wants to be loved and, wants to be cared about, right? Page of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, going forth, holding on with this two-faced person, this person that's being very disrespectful, possibly. The lower vibe, the devil energy, right? 7 of Cups, we can see it clearly. Can't make a decision over here, but we can see clearly over here. Not sure what to do, but we're going to give it a second chance. I feel like it's worth a second chance, whatever, right? Because 2 death cards turned down, right? It's not over. It's just that things need to change. That's what I feel out of it, right? Keep watering your garden. Keep watering that tree of life. I feel like somebody may need to just maybe take a step back, take a breath, and breathe through it, maybe. There's a lot of spell work here. Somebody may be putting you under pressure with the spell work, and I don't know how this is going to be, but you can place it, right? 5019. When I looked at the, I'm going to give you a Forest Elf Oracle. What do you have for Libra? Show me what I need to see. The fluttering wings, embracing freedom and the joy of exploration. Flip and flop as you need to. Fluttering. I do feel reckless. Yeah. There's love here. I just feel like somebody could be just not thinking, not grounded, and they need to stop doing what they're doing because it is, in fact, disrespectful. It's not cool, man. What the fuck? All right. Show me what I need to see. Whoa. All right. Hold on. If I can pick it up. Pagan Wisdom. This is the back of the card. I don't know if I've ever seen this card before in this deck. All that lichen and moss growing on that rock. Pagan Wisdom. All right, check it out. Remember the lessons of nature. Not everything needs to be rushed. A gift comes in waiting for a loving, tender touch. Yeah, this is a bump in the road. This too shall pass, kind of thing. You can snapshot it if you want. For somebody, it feels really intense, but this too shall pass. It's, I don't know, that's just what I have for you. All right, just breathe, plan B maybe, plan a plan B. I don't know, but however it is, I'm going to see you soon, and we're going to find out in the next reading. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and just be a good human, right? I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching. If I can hit the button.